Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147. I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Watch.
Canelo versus Crawford is just around the corner, and the tension is only getting stronger. At the latest press conference, both fighters once again exchanged sharp words. Things originally heated up when Canelo was asked about the last press conference, where the two ended up shoving each other.
I didn't. He did before. He tried to welcome me back, and it just was my reaction. That's it. I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Ashi told him, you need to do something. And he did. He did. And now...
Not only that, after the press conference, Crawford made it clear that he has been laughing at Canelo's behavior, and he actually enjoys all the drama surrounding their fight.
As you can see, you know, I love things like that. You know, it excites me. I'm more motivated than ever now.
Terence Crawford addressed the last press conference when Canelo Alvarez shoved him during the face-off. He explained that the push didn't shake him at all, and it won't change the way he is preparing for the fight.
You know what I mean? Like, that little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be pushing, we're going to be punching, so it doesn't even matter.
Not just the last press conference, but the event also featured a tense face-off with death stare vibes. New boxing promoter Dana White, who usually works with the UFC, had to step in personally to separate the two. This is not just any fight. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event where two champions who have dominated multiple weight classes, collected countless belts, and silenced critics will face each other in the same ring. Canelo Alvarez looked back at his fight with Billy Joe Saunders and shared how that experience drives him. He recalled Saunders' behavior and attitude before the fight, which fueled his anger and pushed him to perform even stronger and more aggressively in the ring. By mentioning this, he hinted that he expects a similar challenge from Crawford.
You know, a lot of MMA fans, UFC fans, may not have ever seen you fight before. They might tune in because Dana and the UFC are involved. So what has it been like, maybe introducing yourself to a lot of MMA fans?
Canelo Alvarez said he lost respect for Crawford because of some things Crawford said, especially when he mentioned that he doesn't care about meeting others' expectations. Canelo felt like Crawford was trying to prove a point or get something off his chest during the press conference.
Because, you know, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like he walked me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't fuck with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different.
Canelo made another bold statement at the press conference, claiming in front of the media and boxing officials that it might have been Turki's order for Crawford to come at him, which sparked chaos during the last face-off. He warned that anyone trying to mess with him could end Crawford's career.
Before, I respect his word because he say, oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do. And he did, so. But you know me. I respect everybody, but if you me, so it's gonna be different. Oh, you know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First
We know.
Meanwhile, during a heated moment between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, Crawford responded to rumors coming from Canelo's camp that he was scared. He said he confronted Canelo to show that he wasn't afraid and to make it clear he was taking control in the lead-up to the fight. Canelo, however, denied ever acting that way himself and noted that it was Crawford's uncle who made the claim.
Somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
Crawford remained firm, insisting that he fears no one. He said Canelo will realize this once they step into the ring. He also reminded everyone that during their previous press appearance, he showed no hesitation in approaching Canelo, despite him being a naturally bigger fighter.
And you're going to find that out. As you've seen, the last press conference,
We'll see.
when I walked you down, when you were supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's going to be different from you as well.
On one side, there is Canelo Alvarez, Mexico's pride and the current undisputed super middleweight champion. With 63 wins, 2 losses and 39 knockouts, he has faced some of boxing's biggest names, including Gennady Golovkin, Miguel Cotto, Sergey Kovalev, and Caleb Plant. While fans and fighters have been creating a huge buzz about the fight, promoter Hearn initially kept Crawford's hype in check. He was hesitant at first, but now he recognizes that this will be a major event for Canelo.
Presser yesterday, and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's a big lump, so I was always Canelo. Then I sort of leant towards Bud, but now I'm back with Canelo. So
Canelo's an all-time great. He's an incredible fighter, and look, I actually think this is a bad fight for him because
Eddie Hearn revealed that he favors Canelo, but also described a scenario that would be challenging for both fighters. He acknowledged that Crawford, with his unique style, precise timing, smooth movement, and constant adjustments, could turn the ring into a chessboard where Canelo would have to constantly play catch-up.
he'll engage a lot more than Skull, but he will be looking to do all the things where people have had success, which is use movement. Look at what Bivol did. Bivol had the perfect game plan. He boxed off the back foot, then he attacked, then he moved, then he, all that kind of stuff. And then Crawford will be looking to do exactly the same.
Hearn went on to say that Crawford views this fight as more than just a new title or a big payday. For him, it is a mission. Crawford sees it as his chance to move beyond being known only as a technical expert and step into true greatness, the kind that earns a place in boxing history. According to Hearn, Crawford isn't chasing fame, he's chasing a legacy.
That's probably quite personal to him, to prove himself as a great. And there is no doubt that if he wins this fight, he's a great, he's a pound for pound tremendous fighter, but
Hearn also addressed the obvious issue, the size difference. Crawford was naturally a welterweight at 147 pounds, while Canelo has long been a 168-pound champion. Despite the clear weight gap, Crawford continued to call out Canelo. Interestingly, Canelo didn't reject the challenge. Instead, he left the door open, saying that if the conditions were right, he would take the fight seriously.
154 now, but the money's the money, and he was never going to turn it down.
Bro, I've been saying this for a while. That guy's got some serious energy. You know the kind I'm talking about? That Tarver energy? Yeah, he's got it. When someone has that, nobody else even compares, bro.
47, obviously 154 now, but the money's the money, and he was never going to turn it down.
Tarver then turned his attention to Canelo Alvarez, giving a more critical view. He recognized Canelo's toughness, but noted that the Mexican star hasn't faced a real challenge recently, and his movement in the ring hasn't been as sharp. Tarver cautioned that getting too comfortable can be risky, as even top fighters might slow down when they feel at ease.
I've been telling y'all for the longest, that boy got that energy. And you know what energy I'm talking about? What is that? Tarver energy. Yes, sir. Tarver. He got that. And so when you get that, we don't see nobody.
We all know that Crawford is a master technician with a 40-0 record and 30 knockouts. His switch hitting style is like a puzzle that no opponent has solved yet. Since moving up to 140 pounds, he has gone unchallenged and dominated the 147-pound division, even defeating Errol Spence Jr. in a performance that stunned the boxing world.
With a dog, Canelo. Now, the Canelo footwork ain't been what it's supposed to be lately, and he hasn't a real threat in a long time. Now, sometimes we can get so comfortable in that zone, but now you got to go down deep to get ready for Crawford. You feel?
Recently, he also won a world title at 154 pounds. Now, in a bold move, he is stepping up to face the most formidable fighter at 168 pounds. Rarely have we seen such ambition, and even fewer have pulled it off. Frank Martin shared his view on how William Skull and Terence Crawford might approach fighting Canelo Alvarez. After Canelo's last fight, Skull leaned toward more defensive tactics, which Martin felt was too cautious. But he doesn't expect Crawford to take that same approach.
I don't think Terence gonna run from Canelo as much as that guy did. I feel like he gonna box for sure, but he gonna sit down on some shots. He gonna fight in spurts against Canelo.
In Martin's view, Crawford may be at a size disadvantage against Canelo, but he holds key advantages like speed that can keep him competitive. Martin also explained that it's entirely possible for Crawford to beat Canelo, noting that being smaller could actually make him quicker in the ring.
Sometimes, man, like, just because a guy bigger, it don't always mean, like, he can crack, but, it's like Terence he gonna be the faster, he gonna be the quicker fighter, the more explosive fighter, too, I feel like.
He explained the challenges smaller fighters face when going up against bigger opponents and skillfully argued how faster, more agile fighters can gain an advantage over taller, heavier ones. From his reasoning, it's clear why speed should be valued, especially in closely matched or high-stakes fights where physical strength alone isn't enough.
Mean nothing. A lot of times them guys be slower,
Yeah.
When a smaller guy come up to a higher weight, you just can't get hit by the bigger guy, especially if he a puncher. But a lot of times the smaller guy have an advantage, I feel like, because they quick.
This fight could redefine greatness for Crawford. If he beats Canelo, a naturally bigger fighter who has proven himself in every style, Crawford would become the first male boxer in the four-bell era to hold undisputed titles in 3 different weight classes. No one has done it before, not Mayweather, not Pacquiao, not Roy Jones Jr. This would be historic. Among those rallying against Canelo are some of his past opponents, including a notable figure still active today, Floyd Mayweather Jr., who delivered one of Canelo's most decisive defeats. In 2013, the younger Canelo was not just beaten by Mayweather, he was thoroughly dominated.
Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighter.
The weight difference might play a role, but physically, both fighters are on equal footing. This is why both camps feel confident. Trainer Brian "Bulak" McIntyre matched his fighter's energy not with hype, but with calm certainty. His words carried no trash talk, only the quiet confidence of someone who knows his fighter's true abilities. He made it clear that while their strategy remains secret, he already envisions the outcome. Bulak isn't interested in performing for cameras or fueling the hype. His focus is on the preparation, discipline, and trust built over years of training, which he believes will secure victory. He said, "We're just going to get out there and win. Do whatever we need to do to win. I'm not giving out the game plan, but I know we're going to win." Crawford also boasts a higher knockout rate, 73% compared to Canelo's 63.9%, which is impressive given that Crawford fought in lighter divisions for most of his career. As expected, rivals stir their opinions, and Oscar de la Hoya has openly criticized the fight, the promoters, and even the dinner Canelo and Crawford attended with Turki Alalshik.
Give me lots of good ammunition.
Get some, baby!
Ooh, first, let's take it back to last week when this photo was taken of Canelo and Crawford having dinner together. Like they're best friends. I love you, man. They're buddies, like they were family friends.
Oscar de la Hoya expressed his frustration about the fight, criticizing the overly polite and friendly tone between the fighters, which he feels has dulled boxing's edge. He argued that fans don't watch for mutual respect. They want the tension, the raw energy, the sense that a battle is about to explode. Comparing today's pre-fight atmosphere to past legends, he said rivalries like Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier or Mike Tyson versus Mitch Green wouldn't have felt the same if those fighters had been seen casually dining together beforehand.
Imagine Muhammad Ali or like Joe Frazier having dinner together?
What?
Can you imagine Mike Tyson and Mitch Green before a brawl? What the No boxing fan wants to see 2 fighters having dinner together.
We could have a dinner on Wednesday.
He then emphasized his point further. In his view, the true appeal of boxing lies in the build-up, the tension and emotional stakes that make every round feel like a fight for survival. When the promotion feels staged or overly polished, it loses its excitement and intensity.
And we want anticipation. We want to feel like an actual war is about to happen. caviar and champagne together while they're staging the trilogy. Jesus Christ.
We want real tension. We want anticipation. We want it to feel like a true war is about to erupt. Oscar criticized the fancy displays of caviar and champagne during the fighters' staged events. He even advised Bud to bring up the controversy around Canelo's failed drug test linked to tainted meat, a scandal that has haunted Canelo for years. This was a deliberate move by De La Hoya to ignite genuine heat and change the emotional tone of the promotion. Mocking the situation, he said, "I mean, come on. Anybody else not buying this? Nobody got time for this. Crawford, if you want to really make Canelo mad, just tell the truth about him and his tainted meat." It isn't just about stats or numbers, it's about legacy. Entering this fight, Crawford is already a two-time undisputed champion. He has nothing left to prove, yet he seeks the ultimate challenge that could elevate him to immortality. Canelo has dominated for so long that keeping his crown means defeating the one fighter everyone believes could dethrone him. British boxing journalist Gareth A. Davies added a stark warning, offering a raw and honest perspective on what Crawford is stepping into, without sugarcoating how intense this fight could become.
For both men, Canelo always looks for the knockout, as he says. He will be planting his feet. And as I said to Terence, are you prepared to be hit harder than you've ever been hit before? Obviously he doesn't want to be hit, but Canelo will hit him harder than anyone he's probably been in against.
Davies makes it very clear. Canelo isn't stepping into the ring to play it safe. He's coming to do damage. He fights with a flat-footed stance, plants himself, and hunts for the knockout like a man on a mission. Crawford, on the other hand, has never faced shots as powerful as the ones Canelo is ready to deliver. This fight will test not just skill, but durability, heart, and sheer will. It won't just be a tactical battle, it will be a war where every clean hit could change everything. And Davies leaves a chilling question hanging. Is Crawford truly ready for that level of fire?
It's hard, but it wasn't the same Errol Spence that he fought, and he's up against one of the all-time greats of Mexican boxing on September the 13th at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's a really big fight for him. It's a legacy fight because his resume isn't anything like Saul Canelo Alvarez.
The heat, the drama, and the anticipation show this isn't just any boxing match. It's a clash of legacies, pride, and raw emotion. Every press conference, every quote, every stare-down adds fuel to the fire. Whether it's respect or rivalry, careful strategy or full-blown tension, one thing is clear. When Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford finally step into the ring, the world will be watching to see who makes history. If you felt the intensity in this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more real fight talk, and share your prediction in the comments. Is Crawford really getting under Canelo's skin, or will the Mexican superstar prove the doubters wrong again? Let us know and stay tuned, this fight is only getting bigger.